Hey everybody. Today I'm going to show you, if you don't know already, how to use your grammar and spelling checker, both in Google Docs and in Microsoft Word. So I'm starting here in Google Docs. So if you've got a Google Doc, then this is what it's going to look like. So I've just written out a sample paragraph here. So how do you use the spell and grammar review in Google Docs? You have to have it turned on. So if you've got a document in Google Docs, go up to Tools. The first thing you'll see here is spelling and grammar. Now make sure that you show both spelling suggestions and grammar suggestions. So I'm going to click on spelling suggestions, then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to add grammar suggestions. And you'll see that there are a bunch of blue and red wiggly lines. The blue and red wiggly lines mean that Google Docs is suggesting that there might be an error. Now, I want to emphasize might because Google Docs doesn't always get it right, but it gets it right most of the time. So let's take a look. It says in this sentence in Google Docs, make sure you go to the Tools item on the menu. Why is there a wiggly line under item? Well, click on item and get the suggestion. I've just simply left an extra space here between the end of that word and the beginning of the next word. So, okay, fine, extra space. Let me click on that, and it fixes it. Google Docs can find words that are misspelled. Well, maybe you probably read past that and wouldn't notice that misspelled is actually misspelled. But Google Docs finds that for you. So click on that red line and you'll notice, oh, there's an extra S there in spelled. Click on that and it's fine. It fixes it for you. Sometimes when you're typing away, at least this happens to me a lot, I'll repeat a word and I won't notice it, like it can point out. Click on that and it'll suggest it can, and you fix that. Also, some people aren't great about knowing what words to capitalize. Or I don't know, maybe you're just used to texting and not capitalizing, but it can also catch words that I should have capitalized. Whenever I'm using the word I to refer to me, it should always be capitalized. The spell checker will get that for me. Or sometimes there's a word that's spelled the same way as another word, like if you use a wrong word here or there, THEIR means it belongs to them. What I want is here or there. Click on that, and there's the word that I want. It should catch that too. Wow, I wonder why it's blue underlined that. Oh, because TOO, that means also. So I'm going to click on that. When you make a mistake you don't see when you're writing, spell checker can point it out to you. Well, what's wrong with that? Actually, it turns out when you begin a sentence with when or also, when or if, you need a comma after writing. When you make a mistake that you don't see when you're writing, then the spell checker can point it out to you. There should actually be a comma there. And there we go. Now, it doesn't get it right all of the time. So sometimes will make a suggestion that is wrong, and sometimes it'll make a suggestion um, that it'll suggest something that you don't need to change, or it will miss something that you do need to change. So it's not perfect, but boy, it does catch a lot of things. So I'm going to close out this and I'm going to go, that was the Google Docs. I now want to show you how to do the same thing in Microsoft Word. So give me a second and I'll do that. Okay, here I am in Microsoft Word. So maybe you've got a Microsoft Word document. For me, the Microsoft Word spell checker is up in the upper left-hand corner. It may be in a different place for you, depending on what version of Word you have. I should say the upper left-hand corner. I've got to click on the review button up here in the top menu. and then I can turn it on or off. I just always have it on. So notice it does the same thing with wavy underlines, and you basically do it the same way. A red lin, that's misspelled, it should be line. So click on that, and Microsoft Word will give you a couple of different suggestions. So I'm going to click on line. If you use the wrong word or the wrong spelling, oh, there's the I, should be capitalized, right? Click on that. Come on, click on the I. It's too small for me. There we go. Make that a capital. If you use the wrong word or the wrong spelling of the word, should be a comma there. When you begin a sentence with an if or a when or a qualification, often you need a comma after the first part of the sentence. And it'll tell you that, oh, I need a comma. There's my wrong spelling of there again. Let's click on that and fix it. You can't rely on the spell checker to do everything. I might have missed the fact that you need an apostrophe in the word can't. So there you go. And that's a way, and if you don't like something, you can just, if you think you've done the right thing, it is definitely a tool that you should use. I don't know why it doesn't like the word definitely, but I think the word definitely is fine. So I'm going to click on ignore. So that's basically how you use the spell checker and the grammar checker, both for Microsoft Word and for Google Docs. So I've got an assignment. Now that you know how to use it, I've got an assignment for you to do using it. So go ahead and check the assignment section and do that.